Hey everybody, it's me as always, your host Gambit896, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing Bloodshot, Volume 1, Setting the World on Fire. The series is written by Duane Swiercyznski and illustrated by Manuel Garcia, and this first volume collects issues 1 through 4 of the Bloodshot series, which is published by Valiant Comics. So the story starts out and we have this really neat and pretty cool description page of Project Bloodshot, and we find out that Bloodshot has a very large number of these small nanites in his bloodstream, and we find out that the nanites give Bloodshot a number of different varying abilities. We have various medical abilities, like he can regenerate from extreme traumatic injuries. There's all sorts of military applications. There's the nanites give him superhuman strength, all those sorts of stuff really. So we start out and Bloodshot is sent on a covert mission to infiltrate this terrorist organization where basically somebody that Bloodshot knows is being held as a prisoner, and so the military organization that Bloodshot works for sends him in to rescue this person that Bloodshot has some very personal ties to. Unfortunately, upon his deployment into the airspace over this terrorist base that he's been sent to infiltrate, it doesn't exactly go so well for him, as you can see there. And then, just to show you an example of how extensive the nanites actually work within Bloodshot's bloodstream, here we see a pretty gruesome and grisly double-page spread of the extent of the injuries which Bloodshot sustained from that missile that was fired upon him when he entered the airspace over the concealed terrorist base, as you can see there. And then here we see our first full shot of Bloodshot as he's recovered from the injuries after the nanites have done their work, as you can see there. And so there's some really cool action scenes in this with Bloodshot, like I said, infiltrating this terrorist base, as you can see there and there. And then we find out through a pretty surprising revelation that Project Rising Star, which is the Rising Spirit, I do apologize, is the military organization which Bloodshot works for, and they have implanted Bloodshot's memories with, or his mind with, a load of false memories, which are being extracted under the orders of this mysterious doctor gentleman here in this panel here. And we find out some information on this guy and the fact that he's been involved with Project Rising Spirit in the past, and also some pretty cool story revelations with this gentleman later on as well. Again, more really dark and grisly injuries sustained by Bloodshot, as you can see there. And so the story picks up with Bloodshot realizing that indeed all of the memories that he has are false, but we find out that the nanites in his body can actually communicate with him through kind of telepathy, almost. Well, they appear to Bloodshot and appear to us as the reader as these kind of psychic impressions that Bloodshot is experiencing. For example, one of the scenes in this is where the nanites in his body tell him you're about to be shot in the head by a pilot, which will put you out of commission temporarily from neutralization. So Bloodshot listens to the nanites in his body and proceeds to basically rip the guy's arm off and take him out, as you can see there. So there's some really cool action scenes in this with Bloodshot, while at the same time as we follow him on this journey of trying to figure out exactly what memories are real, if any memories are indeed real, while he's also being hunted by Project Rising Spirit. We also meet a few of Bloodshot's supporting characters. Here we see the character of Kara, who is a veteran army nurse who happens across Bloodshot in the Nevada desert. And we also get introduced to another mysterious female character who goes by the codename Pulse, who has some really crazy and weird electromagnetic abilities. There's also some really cool ties to real-world history, particularly in this double-page spread, as you can see here and here. And by real-world history, I mean real-life conspiracies all the way back to the 1940s with the atomic bomb. Let me just flip open my notes page. Yeah. And there's also, I'll just show you an example of Pulse's electromagnetic abilities in action, as you can see there. There's also some really cool flashback sequences later on to some of Bloodshot's earlier missions when he was an instrument of Project Rising Spirit. I'll see if I can show you an example of... Here we are. Here's a really cool another double-page spread of Manuel Garcia's artwork, as you can see there and there. If I had to describe this series to someone, it would be a kind of covert ops, secret government project for the ultimate killing machine, with a mixture of, like I said, real-world conspiracy and dirty military organizational secrets that they want to keep buried. And yeah, this was just a really, really good read. Excuse me. If I had to describe the character of Bloodshot to you, it would probably be the Terminator, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator with amnesia, pretty much. Yeah, this is just a really, really good, kind of, like I said, a covert ops, secret military experiment for the ultimate killing machine, who happens to have amnesia. And yeah, this is just a really, really good read. The writing in this by Duane is really, really solid. The artwork by Manuel Garcia is really, really good. Also, the Inca Arturo, you'll have to forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong, Lozzi or Lozi, Lozzi, however you choose to pronounce that. He also does a really good job with the inks or the color palette in this first opening story arc of the first 4 issues. And also at the back we have a preview for volume 2, which will be the Rise and Fall story arc, as you can see there, which will collect issues 5 through 9 of the Bloodshot series, where we will have, again, Duane Swiercyznski will be still on the writing, and also the artist Manuel Garcia and the inker Arturo Lozzi, or Lozzi, however you choose to pronounce it, I'm not really sure. These 3 gentlemen will be back for the next trade paperback, as I said, which will be called The Rise and Fall, which will collect issues 5 through 9. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this, and I highly recommend it. And yeah, if you read the original Bloodshot series, or if you've been curious about any of the Valiant books that have come out since Valiant started their reboot of the universe, then I definitely say that Bloodshot is definitely worth checking out. If I had to give this first volume a rating, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5, and I highly recommend it. And that about concludes this review video, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. As always, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. If you're new, please feel free to subscribe. And until next time, this is Gambit896 signing off, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, guys.